Are you sick and tired of losing out to other buyers? Looking at sites like Zillow, Realtor.com, Trulia, all those listings for the most part are at least a day or two old. And what you know, like I do, is that all of the newest listings, priced the best in the best locations, always sell the quickest. I'm going to show you in this video how to access all the newest listings in real time, and I'm going to show you how to do it for free, and we're going to get into it right now. Hey guys, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is about living in Dayton, Ohio, make sure hit that subscribe button. Tap the little bell for notifications so you can be the first to learn about the market here in Dayton. My name is Mike Wall. I am the team leader of the Love Ohio Living team. We are the #1 real estate resource on YouTube here in Dayton, Ohio. We've helped over 1,600 families buy and sell here in the Miami Valley. We absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to make a move in the next 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or even schedule a Zoom call in the description below. We'd be happy to help you make the smooth move to Dayton. All right. So let's dive right in. And the point behind this video is actually over the last couple weeks, it's happened a few different times where clients have sent me properties from Zillow, and when I go to schedule the showing, these properties are already pending, and it is absolutely devastating for someone to fall in love with a property and then only to find out it's already under contract and they never even had an opportunity to take a look at it. So I wanted to do this video for those of you who don't ever want that to happen to you, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it, and it is completely free. It is super easy. And I'll show you why it's important that you do it, and then exactly how you can do it. So again, this doesn't happen to you. So before we get into that, I'm just going to give you some context. Most of these have been around for several years. Some of the more prominent ones are Zillow and Realtor.com. They have a ton of traffic, and in most markets, they work really well, and we have partnerships with Zillow and both with Realtor.com, and we absolutely love those. We've met some of our best clients through those channels. However, in this particular marketplace where properties are moving, in some cases within hours or days, if there is a lag in the feed from the MLS to either Realtor.com or Zillow, you can actually miss out on properties that might otherwise you would have had a chance to see. So just so you know, I'm going to share my screen with you and kind of show you if for some reason you've been hidden under a rock for the last several years, the search traffic for the top real estate websites, and you can see #1 and #3, and Craigslist is not just a real estate website, so that search traffic is a little skewed, but Zillow at 165 million visits and Realtor.com at 86 million visits. Obviously, they're getting a ton of views, and a ton of you have gone to those websites and are already on those websites looking for homes. And they do, like I said, they do a great job. They give you great data. They are typically fairly accurate. And that's important when you're looking for a home, especially in a market like what we're in right now. However, it has gotten so aggressive that in many cases, some of these houses, by the time they come to either Zillow or Realtor.com through the IDX feed, they are already in multiple offer situations, or in some cases, they're already sold. And certainly that's why we're here, and we want to prevent that from happening to you. So just really showing you these websites to give you some context, because in most cases, when we find out a property is already pending, they're coming in from one of these national search portals, and they create a couple different challenges for our clients. And so I found this article. It talks about the big disadvantage of Zillow, and I'm not picking on Zillow. Again, we love Zillow. We have great relationships with Zillow's client base, and their client base has become some of our client base, and we love that, and so appreciate that. But there is definitely a disadvantage in the delay in posting new listings compared to the multiple listing service. And I'm going somewhere with this, so just stay with me. It says, while Zillow advertises fresh results and hot listings, what they don't tell you is their listings come with, they come in much slower compared to the MLS. And the reason why that is because as a real estate agent, when I go and sign a listing from a client, the first thing I do is I bring that listing back and then I enter it into the MLS, okay? The MLS, the multiple listing service, is what real estate agents use to search for houses for their clients. And it comes with a monthly fee. So we pay monthly to be a part of the board of realtors, and they provide these MLSs for us to go in and find and list houses, number one, but also to find houses for our clients. And it is uber accurate. It is the most accurate resource for either buyers or sellers. And it's really important because when we're looking for homes in this market, that we, with the way that information is coming and going right now, that we get this information and we get it very quickly, and it needs to be very accurate, right? Or we look unprofessional, and we definitely don't want to do that, because if you look unprofessional, most people are not going to hire in, and they shouldn't. So speed is extremely important in a very aggressive marketplace like what we're in right now, and so is accuracy. And so the MLS is feeding all of these websites. Not only is it feeding Realtor.com and Zillow and Trulia and Redfin, right? These are some of the top websites. It's also feeding our own personal agent websites if they have an IDX feed. And the reason why that's important to you is because, again, you want to make sure that the data that you're seeing on a third-party site is accurate. And like I said, in most cases, they are pulling this data directly from the MLS. The downside is that there's a lag, right? And I say that a lag is, by the time I enter a listing into the MLS, it could go over in 5 minutes. It could go over in a half hour. It could go over in 3 days. And if there is a lag that is 2 or 3 days, or even in some cases 1 day, you could potentially miss out on a home where other buyers are already plugged in through a trusted real estate agent to the MLS. And the great thing about having a real estate agent plug you into the MLS is it doesn't cost you anything. And any good agent is going to offer you a direct search link to the MLS. And if he or she does, you definitely want to say yes to that, because it will ensure that you are getting the most accurate and expedient data available to you as a buyer. And that's super important, as I said before. I found another website, and again, just highlighted this because I wanted to provide some context here, but it says if you're able to view the MLS in your area online directly, you will only see properties that are currently active on the market. This makes the MLS more accurate than Zillow, which frequently keeps properties listed as available long after they've been taken off the market. It's such a pain in the butt for us too, because oftentimes when properties go marked pending in the MLS, they will sit on Zillow or Realtor.com because they are paid platforms. And what I mean by that is there are agents who are signed up to receive leads, you guys, right, who are expecting these registrations. And the more real estate listings they're showing as active, the more clients that they will have register and then start communicating with some of their paying agents, right? And certainly the more listings they have, the more agents who are going to be paying for those leads. And so it's not good for either party, but it is good for, because it's not good for real estate agents, obviously, because we don't want to get leads where we have to explain to the consumer that the listing is already gone pending. And Zillow doesn't want it, because ultimately what they're not understanding is long-term people will think that their data is not as accurate as it should be. And so to circumvent that, what needs to start happening, and I think they've gotten better about this, is that the moment something is under contract, that Zillow or Realtor.com marks it pending through the IDX feed from the MLS. Okay. So I hope you're staying with me here. I want to show you how we set up an MLS search, for our buyers, and it's super easy. So if I'm having a conversation with you and you tell me, you want a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath home in Centerville with a full finished basement, and you want it, between $250,000 and $400,000, right? What I would do is I would go over to the matrix here. This is the MLS. So I'm giving you a direct view into what we see as real estate agents and how we help consumers in setting up these searches. So I would create that search just simply by going to residential and clicking. I always search by school district because Centerville and Washington Township both have Centerville schools. And some people don't know that. Some real estate agents would only search Centerville, and they would be missing out on houses in Washington Township that were also in Centerville schools. So Centerville, we said 3+ bedrooms. And we said 200, actually we'll do 249 because some people list it at 249.9, and that's really a $250,000 house. We say 249 to 400, and we want a basement too. So we're going to go down here. We're going to click full basement. And you can see right now there's one listing available right now in Centerville. Unbelievable. From $249,000 to $400,000. And so what I would do there is if I went to results, this is really cool. See, I can just go in and create this for our clients in less than, a minute here. There's a little bit of a lag time, but you can see here there's one listing on Quailwood. So what I would do here is I would just click save, and then I would do new saved search. Then I click the client's name. So as you can see, I've got several clients in here who are already set up on this. These are smart people just like you. And once I click save, I'm not going to do that right now because I'm not creating a generic search, but you get the picture. When I click save, it will save that search, because what I'll do is I'll enter all your information in, including your email, and that's how you receive the property. And we can also set it up for text alerts if you're interested in getting these even more quickly than you would if you were in your email. And once that happens, then it will send you all of the listings currently available right now to you. And then what it'll also do, more importantly, I think anyway, is that it will alert you anytime there is a new listing that matches that criteria. And the reason why that's important, as you all know, is in a market like we're in right now, when properties are moving in, days, sometimes even hours, that we get that information to you as quickly as possible, so you have that time to determine whether it's something you'd want to go and take a look at and then eventually make an offer on, right? So super important. What that email looks like coming through to you, to the consumer, is it looks like this. And you can see all these emails. So the minute, look, Steve Cook's in here is a great client of mine who's looking for a property, getting an email almost every day, and sometimes 2 or 3. And it's so helpful because Steve knows when he goes in and clicks one of these listings, it's going to be exactly what he's looking for in terms of search criteria. So when I click on one of these, it'll take me in the email, and then what it'll do is it shows just you a little picture of the front of the house and just some general information here. And then when Steve goes in to view properties, he gets to go into his search portal where all of his properties are already there if he wants them to remain there, or if he wants to decline those properties, then they will delete them from his inbox. And this is a service, again, that just it's completely automated. So directly plugged into the MLS will always feed much more quickly than if you were on a Zillow or a Realtor.com. And that's really important in this marketplace, because you don't want to be one of those clients who sends me a Zillow link, and when I go to pull up the property, it's already under contract. It's one of those things that is absolutely, it's unnecessary, shouldn't happen. And if you connect with a good real estate agent, then you can ensure that will never happen to you. And again, there's no cost to this, guys. If you're moving into the Dayton area, which you probably are if you're watching this video, I'd be happy to set that up for you, just to give you an edge over other buyers who are looking to move into the Dayton area. And it certainly will. So Hopefully that's given you some kind of idea of how you, as a buyer, can compete at a little bit higher level, because most people, let's face it, are not having this conversation. Most, as you can see, when I showed you the traffic that's coming into Zillow and Realtor.com, most people are still searching like that. So if you just add this little tweak to your search repertoire, then you will have a distinct advantage over other buyers looking in our area. Say a picture's worth 1,000 words. Well, video must be worth 1,000,000. I do these videos for one reason, and that's to help educate those of you looking to learn more about living or moving to Dayton, Ohio. My name is Mike Wall. I am the team leader of the Love Ohio Living team. We are the #1 real estate resource here on YouTube in Dayton. We get calls, emails, and texts from people just like you every single day looking to make the move to Dayton and the surrounding suburbs. We absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to make a move in the next 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or even schedule a Zoom call in the description below. We'd be happy to help you make the smooth move to Dayton.